Mr. Boyle, good morning.
Good morning.
It's such a pleasure to have you do the interview with us. I am honored to represent Chinese Newspaper Network to do the interview this morning. So,
It's my pleasure.
thank you. So first of all, let's start with the genesis of everything. Can you share with us a little bit how did Boy Gaming start?
Yes. Well, I had my original profession was as a lawyer, and but I started investing with my father, who moved to Las Vegas. We moved here in 1941, and he was a dealer, and he worked his way up in the profession. And in 1971 to 74, we invested together in a hotel casino called the Union Plaza in downtown Las Vegas. And we had been there about 2.5 years, and my dad said one day, you know, why don't we open our own hotel? And I said, well, fine, where will we do that? And he said, let's do it on our property. He and I bought some property where the California Hotel now stands in downtown Las Vegas. So we proceeded to do that, and opened on January 1st of 1975 with the California Hotel. And that was our first hotel in Las Vegas, and we now have 10 in Las Vegas and 22 properties around the country, total of 22.
Wow. So how did you acquire Gold Coast?
Well, in February of 2004, I actually, the company purchased the Gold Coast from Michael Gaughan and Coast Casinos. It was not only the Gold Coast, but it was the Orleans, the Sun Coast, the Barbary Coast, and the South Coast. And after about 2 years, Michael Gaughan left the company and took over the South Coast, changed the name to South Point. We later sold the Barbary Coast. The Gold Coast has all been one of our finest properties, and certainly we always thought that we could expand the Gold Coast, which of course we've done. We've in the last year we've redone all of our rooms. In August we opened the Cornerstone, the new steakhouse, and of course Ping Pang Pong. We are going to reopen that in the first quarter. What we're doing with Ping Pang Pong is we're expanding by about 100 seats. We will not ever have to close the present Ping Pang Pong. We'll just one day close it and move the same day into the new Ping Pang Pong. The new one will not only be much larger, but we will have a walk-up bar there. We're going to have a large meeting room, and it's going to be much nicer than the present Ping Pang Pong. So we're very, very excited about that opportunity to open it.
So as you have mentioned earlier, you were a lawyer before
Yes.
you made the transition.
Yes, I
So-
practiced in Las Vegas for 15 years as a lawyer.
Oh, wow. So how did you make the transition? Because that's two very different careers
Yes.
you have.
Well, I was investing, when I was still a lawyer, I was investing with my father. We invested in the El Dorado Casino in downtown Henderson.
I see.
We invested together in the Union Plaza. And so as I was practicing, my dad was getting older, of course, and he was reaching 65 years of age when we opened our new property, the California Hotel and Casino. And he said to me one day, you know, you ought to make up your mind whether you want to continue to practice or you're going to come in with me full time. So I said, you're right. I had all the money that I had, and I could borrow, invest it in the California Hotel. So I gave up my law practice when we opened this company on January 1st of 1975 and got in this business full time.
Wow. So what do you think your biggest secret in your success?
Well, I think it's, of course, taking good care of our customer and valuing relationships. Those are both very important, along with exceeding expectations, working smart, and really honesty and integrity is very, very important, I think. And those things are actually all in our mission statement in our company, that we do things, we take care of our customers, we value relationships. And that's one thing that I've always done, is I've always valued the opportunity to be able to meet with all of our customers and be able to get to know them and have a great relationship, value their business and their friendship. So those really, I think, are the secrets. If you take care of your customers and you treat them with dignity and respect, and the same with your employees, or what we call our team members, you have to do the same in treating them the same way, with dignity and respect.
So,
And that's why we have all those 30-year employees that we just met earlier.
right, so you probably just shared with us your business philosophy as well,
Yes.
right? So you have grown up in Las Vegas.
Do I have, pardon me?
You grew up in Las Vegas.
Yes, well, I actually was born in Los Angeles, and we lived in Hawaii for about 3 years.
Oh,
And I never wore shoes to school, and then moved to Newport Beach, California. I didn't wear shoes to school.
oh wow.
And finally, the first time I wore shoes to school, when I moved to Las Vegas in the 5th grade. So I was 10 years old when we moved
When
here.
you moved here.
And so I've been here ever since.
Yeah, back then, you say the population of Las Vegas is like.
In 1941, when we moved here, it was 15,000 in the whole valley. 15,000.
So Las Vegas has.
This is
just,
a small little desert
transformed
community.
right in front of your eye.
Yes, it was a small town. We had party lines for 4. You know, to use a phone, you had 4 that used the same party line.
Party
And
line?
you had
Right.
ice that you had to pick up. And
Uh-huh.
we didn't have air conditioning yet then either.
Mm-hmm.
So it was really a different kind of a community than it is a great community today with over 2 million people.
Wow. So what's your favorite childhood memory growing up here?
Well, I think my favorite memories in our company, of course, one would be the California Hotel, because it was the first property that we had. Another would be Sam's Town, because I had learned the business by listening to my dad a lot and watching what he did. And the first property I got really active in running was Sam's Town, our second property out on Boulder Highway. And then the other would be the Gold Coast and the Orleans, which I think are the best properties that we acquired when we acquired Coast Resorts in 2004.
So I've read that you have the Boy Gaming also purchased 3 other properties, the Aliante
Yes,
and
yes.
other 2.
We recently, just several months ago, acquired the Aliante, and we're really focusing on that full time now. Of course, we're always looking for more opportunities to buy more properties. And we hope to purchase by the end of this year the 2 cannery properties. The east side cannery next to Sam's Town, and then the north side cannery in North Las Vegas. And the Aliante, incidentally, is our first time to go in the northern part of the city. So we're very excited about that as well.
So for someone who also wants to build a long-lasting, successful career like you, do you have any advice for those young people?
Well, I think the most important thing that I learned from my mom and dad is working hard. There's no substitute for hard work. And also I think you have to be able to treat other people with kindness, with dignity and respect. And the other thing is honesty and integrity. I think that has to be something that you learn as a young person and take through your whole life.
So would you say your father is the one who has the biggest impact on your life?
Yes, my mother and father taught me those things that I was just talking about, that there's no substitute for working hard and valuing relationships, being kind to people, treating them with dignity and respect, and honesty and integrity. I learned those things from my mother and father. They had a tremendous impact on my life.
So having a background in law practice, does that have any advantage in?
I think it did. I had a lot of confidence when I got into this business that I could learn the business and achieve success. And I'm very fortunate that I've been able to do that.
So what's the things that, some of the projects that you're focused on, that you are most passionate about?
Yeah, I think I'm most passionate about being able to give back to our communities. It's something that, again, that I learned from my mother and father, that if you're successful in life, you have to be willing to share that success with people that aren't as lucky and fortunate as you are. And so that's always been something that I've been extremely passionate about, of giving back to our community.
So do you have any project going on that is the most, closest to your heart right now?
Yes, well, from that standpoint, I started I made the first donation to start the William S. Boyd School of Law at UNLV. And that was because when I went to law school, I had to go out of state, and it was very, very expensive. And I knew if we had a law school in our state, in southern Nevada, that we had a lot of men and women that would become very, very good attorneys and be good for the community. And I knew that unless we had a law school here, many of them would not be able to afford to go out of state to school. I also asked them to establish a night school so many could go work in the daytime and go to school at night. And that's been very successful as well.
So I am curious about your childhood, growing up here. What's your fondest memory?
I think my fondest memories would be going to one grammar school that we had here and the one high school. And you really kind of knew everybody in town in those days. It was such a small community. But I think the first day I started to practice law was something you always remember after working very hard to get a law degree and pass the Nevada bar. And of course, joining my father in the gaming business, where we co-founded our company in 1975, was another great day for me. And every time we open a property, it's another great day. And celebrating the 30th anniversary of the Gold Coast is such a big milestone for us. We're so pleased and happy that we've been able to grow the Gold Coast into making it what it is today. And we have tremendous plans for the future to do great things here.
Great. Thank you very much, Mr. Boyd. That will conclude our interview today. And we would like to say happy birthday, Gold Coast.
Okay, happy birthday, Gold Coast. Yes.
想收看更多维加斯华文短片，请浏览新闻网 lvcnn.com。谢谢。